It's the job interview from hell. From across the country, Britain's brightest business prospects head for London.
There's absolutely nothing mediocre about me. I'm supremely intelligent, ambitious, I'm an all-round gifted individual.
I'm charismatic, I'm intelligent, I'm a damn good businesswoman, I'm at the top of my game, and I'm unbeatable.
I consider myself an absolutely fantastic salesman. Everything I touch turns to sold.
Chosen from thousands of applicants, 16 candidates.
I describe myself as a bit of a maverick. You absolutely have to stand out these days. You've got to be different. I'm not just another corporate clone.
Pressure brings out the best in me. I'm young, I'm adaptable and agile. I will be the last woman standing.
They'll fight it out for a top job with a six-figure salary.
Success and money motivate me. My first word wasn't mummy, it was money.
But to succeed, they'll have to impress the boss.
I did ask for something special in this boardroom this year. That is something special. 0 sales.
From a council block in Hackney to the House of Lords, serial entrepreneur and multi-millionaire, Lord Sugar.
Some of the stuff I've heard coming out your mouth is a lot of hot air, so in the interest of climate change, I don't want to hear any more crap.
On the hunt for a new apprentice, he'll put these young hopefuls through a punishing selection process.
I am not, just so everybody knows, I'm not going into another meeting like that again.
I know,
That was highly embarrassing.
I can't believe 7 people couldn't have come up with something better than that.
16 top candidates.
Hardware shop. There's no need to get arsey with me. There's no need to get rude at me. There's just no point in that.
You wind people up, whether you like it or not.
12 tough weeks.
Keep going, keep going.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on!
He is going to batter you, I'm just warning you.
1 job.
You're fired. You're fired. You've talked yourself out of this. You are fired.
Midnight. The boardroom.
You can go through to the boardroom now.
Well, welcome to my boardroom. Over the next 12 weeks, I'm going to find out whether you lot have got what it takes to work for me. Now, I've read all your CVs. On paper, you all look very good. But then again, so does fish and chips. We are in tough economic times, and in this climate, you need to stand out from the crowd. I need someone who's dynamic and ambitious and has got the courage to take a risk. I'm not interested in any steady eddies or cautious carols. I'm looking for someone who's exceptional. So right, let's get down to business. Now there's a very good reason why you're here at midnight. You're about to work through the night. I'm sending you off to Smithfield, London's historic meat market. And that's because the point of this task is to manufacture and sell sausages. Sausages are one of the nation's favourites. They sell in bucket loads. So there'll be no excuses if you lot don't come back in here with a healthy profit. Now, we're going to start off with the ladies against the gentlemen. The ladies are going to be followed by Nick Hure, who I'm sure needs no introduction to most of you. And the gentlemen will be followed by a new addition to my boardroom, Karen Brady. Karen was the youngest ever managing director of a public limited company. Don't underestimate the pair of them. They don't miss a trick. This is a tough task because these are tough times, and this is going to push you lot to the limit. It's sink or swim, and you've most probably picked up by now that I don't do life jackets. I want you back here at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Off you go.
Tonight, buy the meat, then make the sausages.
Can't believe it. It's now. It's 1:45 in the morning.
1:45?
We're just heading off.
Come morning, start selling till the bangers have gone.
So we got about another 17 hours.
Just work through it, just work through, just crack on.
Just time for 16 strangers to get their bearings.
I'm from the Isle of Man.
Isle of Man?
Yeah.
What was you did in the Isle of Man?
I own a telecommunications company.
You own one?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Absolutely. People aspire to have a flash sports car, maybe a house in the country. I've got all that already. Where's my glass ceiling? I don't have one. I am Stuart Baggs the brand. I'm confident, I'm unique, and I'm successful. What about you guys?
I'm a surgeon.
Really?
Yeah, but I also run a couple of my own companies as well.
Well, I've just come out of university, and so I've been hit by the recession a bit. I haven't been finding a job that easily.
The last few months have been really tough, with rejection letters coming through the post. But I really want this, and I'm going to prove a lot of people wrong.
I've been working in banking for the last 13 years.
Ooh!
I left school at 15 with no qualifications. I now work for a top-notch investment bank. Nothing is out of bounds to me. If I want something, I will make sure that I get it. First task, we've got to nail it.
Yeah,
Got to,
absolutely.
okay?
I wouldn't say I'm a sausage expert, but I like my food. I'm a bit of a foodie, so I've got some great ideas that I think we can use. If the meat is from the UK, we can say they're British sausages, buy British, they're not foreign. Well, I was made redundant recently, so I need this and I want this more than anybody else. And people like me don't really come along very often. That unique blend of creativity and commercial nous. Britain's best bangers.
1:15 a.m. Smithfield, London's world-famous meat market, packed with the raw material for most types of bangers. But first, the candidates must turn themselves into teams.
I think we need to choose a name that's, alludes to success or, winning, victory.
I think we should call ourselves Winning Women.
The only thing is the teams change. What happens when the boys and the girls mix up? You can't really. I think
that
it's a bit
had
too
not
strong
occurred
that
to
way.
me.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I think, one that I'd like to put forward is Apollo, because it was the mission that reached the moon first, and a slogan of theirs was "Failure is no option."
I love that.
I think that really, I've met you all only for 2 minutes, but I do think that encompasses us. We're not heading for failure. It's not an option for us. We are going to get to the top.
I like it. Very inspirational.
Very Team Apollo.
That's fantastic.
Any suggestions? I'll put Fusion out there. How about that? It's Fusion of all of us. None of us are the same.
Catchy.
Fusion.
I was thinking maybe Synergy, just because the team members are going to be changing throughout the time. You've got to work in harmony together.
I really like that idea. I think that's really sounds good.
Guys, it's got to be Fusion. It's got to be Fusion. It's someone that fits with
So I
everything.
prefer Synergy to Fusion. Fusion's a bit cliche, if you ask me.
Well, don't you think that's what sells things? Cheap, disposable. That's where we're at.
We're not always going to be selling something cheap and disposable.
But Synergy sausages as well. Does that really sound?
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue.
Right, we need to nail it down, so we're wasting all the time now. Let's talking about names. We want to get on to the task.
Okay, Fusion. Fusion.
Oh, cheers.
And then we've got Synergy.
I thought that was quite good.
Yeah, I'll go for Synergy.
So it's Synergy then.
Synergy, that's it. Team Synergy.
Names agreed, time for both teams to pick a leader.
I don't know, has anybody got any management or project management experience?
Or food I currently have come from a general business management background. Obviously, the module is at the moment food distribution. So I know that I could go in there with 3 sausages, different flavours, and they'll all sell amazingly well.
Well, should we just take a vote on who would actually like to put themselves forward for project manager?
Yeah, I wouldn't actually like to put myself forward at this point.
Right, okay.
So, no, I
Does anyone want
to?
I'll take it if you're for it. Let's go for it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I trust that you're all here to do a good job.
100%. We all want to win. Let's just get to it and do it.
Most people will underestimate me because I don't have the fancy qualifications. I've got by on common sense, which most people in business don't have.
So is there anyone that wants to throw their hat into the ring? Anyone at all?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Any objections?
No, that sounds good.
Synergy. Yeah, come on, boys. Here we go. Come on! Hey! In business, there's no place for shirkers, no place for passengers. I insist the people that work for me deliver. I can intimidate people, but I'm all about getting results. And if I achieve what I want, I don't care. Okay, well, what we'll work on then is I'll lead the team, you do all the work.
With the rest of the night to make a range of 3 different sausages.
I quite like the idea of having 2 pork sausages.
Pork and herbe de Provence.
got time
sounds a bit rubbish, actually.
The key is to come up with flavours customers will want.
What about lamb and peas?
But as our second meat, perhaps we go with a beef and stout sort of thing, the sort of thing you would see in a pub.
The boozy banger, the fruity banger, the fiery banger. You've got 3 very distinctive names.
Family market. Are you not?
Families love fun names for their kids.
What, boozy?
Well, that's for Dad.
Names.
Dad would love a boozy banger.
Oh, so we're just going to eliminate the mums, the children, the women, and we're going to go for boozers.
You could be you could tweak that.
Shut up!
Being in that meeting was there was like being back in the dressing room, very macho.
Stop, okay? I'm not going to go into the boardroom, my balls are on the line.
Dan was very aggressive in putting himself forward as project manager, thumping the table, and that aggression has really fed its way through into the team.
Whoa, wait.
A premium gourmet sausage can contain 70 to 95% meat. Yep. A product with less than 42% meat cannot be called a sausage, so there's no point in giving people extra meat that they're not going to appreciate. Let's cut it down, 42%, stack them high, sell them cheap. That's exactly what we're going to do.
Okay, does anyone have a fundamental disagreement with that?
No.
Girls, I feel strongly, I feel strongly that we sort the sausages out.
Hi guys, I'm just going to come from a different perspective. Can we all make an agreement that's providing that the costs make sense in terms of what will sell where?
No, listen, let's get the sausages sorted, and once we've done that, I feel confident that we can go on to costs.
100% agree with you, but in order to get the sausages sorted, you also want to know that you're going to sell a certain sausage in a certain...
I take what you say. No,
you haven't taken what I've said, you just skimmed straight over it.
Now I know what pecking order means. They're all pecking furiously to try and establish some sort of hierarchy.
I'm project manager. Let's get these sausages sorted out.
Joanne, she's clinging on for dear life. Honestly, it's just a shambles. Actually, it's irritating.
Do you want to grab your coats and get gone and get some meat?
Let's go, girls.
3 a.m. While London sleeps, Smithfield opens for business.
Hi guys! Come and serve us, we want some cheap meat!
Come on boys, we're making sausages!
14 kilos of beef, cheapest off the bone.
£30, yeah? 30 quid's well too much, it should be at least 20.
To keep costs down, they'll have to take on some of London's toughest traders.
It's all boneless pork. There's no waste, it goes straight from the mincer. £2 a kilo.
We'll do it for a pound. We'll do it for a pound. All right.
Let me come back. Best idea is 180 a kilo.
180.
180 a kilo.
All right. 180.
If you come back, the price go back to 2 quid.
I've got it. 180.
You might miss the boat.
What's the best price you can do on this per kilo?
£2.90.
£2.90. How about 280?
No, I'll get you a big chocolate.
290. Okay.
Right, we're going to go
to do that
deal on the thighs.
20 kilos. Yeah, at £58.
Half the girls start buying,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
while Joanna and the rest of her team grill a butcher for trade secrets.
Can you tell me what's the minimum amount of meat you think you need for the flavour? Sorry, babe.
No, you're going to need a decent meat content.
Which is what?
I'd say around between 60-70% meat. Even if it means going down to sort of like calves, they want a better sausage.
Girls, there's a change. We need to up the meat content. We've been speaking to some of the butchers and they're saying, you know, when we go to sell to calves, they'll be looking for a higher meat content.
You can only call it